Hi there, love. Take a breath. You've arrived. Welcome to The Soft Speaker, a podcast where English is not a performance, not a pressure, but a quiet path toward self-trust, toward healing, toward your voice. Today's episode is a soft reminder, not about learning faster, not about studying harder, but about letting go of something heavy you've been carrying. Today, we talk about this. Stop caring so much. Because maybe you care a little too deeply, too often, about the wrong things, what people think, how you sound, what they'll say, whether they like you, whether you said it right, and maybe, in caring so much, you forgot yourself. Let's gently talk about that. Let's take the weight off, together. Let's be honest. Caring too much can feel like drowning. You walk into a room, and immediately you start scanning for danger. Will they judge me? What if I say it wrong? What if they laugh at me? What if I sound stupid? What if I don't belong here? You're not breathing. You're performing. You're trying to get everything right, but you don't feel right. And when you finally speak, you hear your voice. It sounds small. It sounds scared. And afterward, you replay the moment again and again in your mind. Did I make a mistake? Did they notice? Did they think I was slow? That overthinking. It's exhausting. It makes you tired, not just in your mind, but in your body. It drains the joy out of learning. It steals your confidence. But here's what I want you to know. You're not too sensitive. You're not too slow. You're not wrong for caring. You just haven't learned how to protect your peace yet. And that's what we'll talk about today. Part 2, what caring too much really means. When we say, I care too much, we're really saying, I don't feel safe. Because when you feel safe, you can be real, you can be slow, you can make mistakes, and still feel loved. But many of us grew up learning that mistakes mean failure, that slowness means weakness, that your worth depends on being impressive. So we started caring too much. We became afraid of being seen as messy, as imperfect, as human, especially in English. You care how you sound. You care if your grammar is right. You care if your accent is too strong. You care if someone corrects you in front of others. And little by little, you stop showing up. You stop speaking. You stop asking questions. You stop growing. Because caring too much, it keeps you small. But you don't have to stay there. When we say, I care too much, we're really saying, I don't feel safe. Because when you feel safe, you can be real, you can be slow, you can make mistakes, and still feel loved. But many of us grew up learning that mistakes mean failure, that slowness means weakness, that your worth depends on being impressive. So we started caring too much. We became afraid of being seen as messy, as imperfect, as human, especially in English. You care how you sound. You care if your grammar is right. You care if your accent is too strong. You care if someone corrects you in front of others. And little by little, you stop showing up. You stop speaking. You stop asking questions. You stop growing. Because caring too much, it keeps you small. But you don't have to stay there. Let me say this clearly. You are allowed to care less. Not about your dreams. Not about your learning. But about the pressure to be perfect. You are allowed to care less about being liked, care less about being right, care less about how others see you, care less about sounding perfect in English, and start caring more about how you feel inside, what you truly want to say, who you are becoming, how free your heart feels when you speak. Because the truth is, you do not need to earn your worth. You do not need to be perfect to be enough. You do not need to be fast to be valid. When you stop caring so much, you begin to listen, not to the noise, but to yourself. And what you'll hear is soft, but true. I'm still learning. And that's enough. I don't have to impress anyone. I'm allowed to go slow. I am not here to perform. I am here to connect. That's where peace begins. Right there. In that quiet knowing. Now, let's connect this to English. Because I know that's why you're here. Let's be real. You want to speak better. You want to sound fluent. You want to express your heart. But fluency is not about speed. It's not about flawless grammar. It's not about sounding native. Fluency is about flow. The flow of connection. The flow of courage. The flow of honesty. When you speak in English, let go of the pressure to perform. Don't speak to impress. Speak to connect. Say what you mean, even if it's simple, even if it's slow, even if you're unsure, because the people who matter, they will feel your heart, and that is enough. Here's what happens when you stop caring so much. You start speaking again. You start making mistakes and smiling. You start learning faster because your mind feels safe. You start being yourself, even in another language. You feel free, light, whole. And isn't that the goal? Not to be a perfect speaker, but to be a peaceful one. To speak from your center. To speak without fear. To speak because you have something to say, not something to prove. That is the gift of caring less. You come home to yourself, to your voice, to your pace, to your truth. So today, let's try something small, but powerful. Like just a little. Not everything. Not all at once. Just a little. Enough to feel your breath come back. Enough to feel space in your chest. Enough to feel you again. You've been holding so much, trying so hard, caring so deeply about what they'll think, how you'll sound, whether you're good enough. And I know it's heavy. That pressure. That constant measuring of yourself. It's loud. It's tight. It's exhausting. So right now, with me, let's put it down. For a moment. You don't need to carry all of it. Take a deep breath. Slow, soft, gentle. And say this with me, not to impress anyone, but to remind your own heart. I am allowed to go slow. Even if others rush. Even if they finish before me. Even if the world is loud and fast. I can still go slow. And that's okay. I am allowed to be real. Not perfect. Not polished. Just real. Messy, emotional, learning, growing, real. I do not have to care what everyone thinks. Because not everyone understands me. Not everyone sees my journey. And not everyone matters. What I think about myself matters more. My voice matters, even if it trembles, even if it cracks, even if it pauses, even if it's not perfect. It matters. Because it's mine. I am learning. And I'm allowed to enjoy it. This isn't a race. It's a relationship between me and my growth. And I'm allowed to smile, to laugh, to feel joy while learning. Not just fear. You don't need to care so much about being liked. You don't need to twist yourself to fit in. You don't need to speak with a perfect accent. You don't need to hide your pauses. Or apologize for your pace. Let go of that. Instead, care about this. How free you feel when you speak. How honest you are when you express. How true it feels in your body when you stop pretending. How calm you become when you stop overperforming. That is the magic. We grow not by forcing ourselves to be more, but by accepting that we're already enough. We grow softly, when we speak even when scared, when we show up even when unsure, when we stop performing and start connecting. You are not here to impress the world. You are not here to be perfect for others. You are not here to meet every expectation. You are here to become yourself, to remember who you are underneath the pressure, to find your own pace, your own sound, your own voice, to speak because your voice has value, even if it's soft, even if it's low, even if it's still learning. And here at the Soft Speaker, we walk with you, not ahead of you, not above you, but beside you, one word at a time, one feeling at a time, one small, honest sentence at a time. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that is beautiful. I am proud of you. Even if you stumbled today, even if you didn't speak up, even if all you did was listen, that's enough. I hope you're proud of yourself too, for staying, for trying, for showing up, even here, even now. You're doing better than you think. Truly. Keep going. And keep going gently. I'll see you in the next episode. And until then, Speak softly. Speak honestly. Speak like you matter. Because you do.